Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Holy cow, has it been a while since I recorded one. I do want to apologize about the lack of episodes that I have not been releasing lately. I've just been super sick. I came down with bronchitis, been coughing up a storm, and yeah, I've just been out for the past few weeks. Yeah, not only that, but work has been starting up for me, and I've been just super busy altogether. So I do apologize for not having any videos out, but here we are. We are ready for another one here, and yeah, I'm gonna do my best at rolling a few more videos out. It's probably not gonna be at the same pace as I was before, but at least we'll get something out every week. That's the plan, at least. But anyway, last episode, we worked on our Nether miner and our alchemist laboratory. And not to mention a bunch of upgrades around the colony. Got everything up to level 4 and looking good. And while I've been away, I did idle a couple times overnight over at our mob spawner. And yeah, a lot of these golems have popped up. I counted about 12 of them. So yeah, we've got 12 real golems just floating around the colony. Probably still not enough if we were to get like a major attack, but I'll probably end up spawning some more of my golems. But you know, it's good to know that there's some real ones floating around. Oh yeah, there's another one. Well, for today, we are going back to the factory. I've got some work to do in there and got a little project that I want to work on. Okay, so we are right about here with the factory, second layer, and I've got a few more modules I want to work on. So I've got this entire section here reserved. You can see all the signs I've got placed. I've got things planned out. But this section over here, right here, is going to be reserved for potion making. So I have some ideas of how we're going to automate some potion making and make sure everything gets shipped back up to our storage area. And yeah, we'll be able to have potions on demand. I'm not going to make every potion in the game. I'm probably just going to kind of stick to the stuff that I'm going to use or need, you know. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Oh, and I finally got a chance to remake and stock up my toolbox between episodes. So this thing has been fully stocked up. So we're going to use a lot of this stuff. Alrighty, first couple modules here. I'm going to work right here and here. I'm going to skip a few modules right there. I'm not quite ready for the stuff that I want to put there quite yet, and I'm still a little unsure about a couple things, but I want to start here because I need a couple modules here, and right here I have plans for a big open area here, so that's why that's just why we're starting here. But anyway, first module here is going to be for fermented spider eye. So like I said, I've been idling over there at our newly created mob farm to make sure we get some spider eyes, and it looked like we got a good stock. So the next section right here, I might as well do this at the same time. These are going to be blaze grinder and a glass bottle maker. So gonna have a little bit of a twofer right there just because those are two very easy things to make. I just noticed that this thing, yeah, I can make this work. But yeah, let's get to these two modules. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. I've already got our bottles all the way up. Blaze powder is turned off. I think it's done running. Yeah, I have it turned off. Okay, yeah, things are filling up now. So the only problem is I can't get the fermented spider eyes yet because I need the brown mushrooms. Okay, so brown mushrooms. We need to make a whole separate farm just to get brown mushrooms. Then we can start filling up our fermented spider eye section over here. Well, coming back over here to our towers, I've got a little bit of room up here in the red tower to put this little farm. So here we are. I've got a little platform built out. We're going to build up the brown mushroom farm up here. Now to start out, I'm going to go just about in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably right about here. I'm going to do that the same on all sides. Okay, I'm going to do this with podzol. So I put podzol in those holes. And let's see, how do I want to do this part? I want to put droppers here. These are going, these are going to be bone mealing. I'm going to do an observer, nope. Let's do one there, there, and there. There we go. You know, do I need that many observers? I don't think I do. Probably just do this with redstone, but whatever. Oh, that's a lot of clicking. That's a lot of clicking. Okay, I think I got something here. So we've got these redstone contacts. Yeah. So anytime these things pass over each other, they put out a redstone link. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to pass over one of these two and it's going to send out a redstone signal. And that's going to activate half the droppers. It's going to spin around, hit this one, activate the other half of the droppers. And yeah, that way we should keep getting droppers clicking. So yeah, just like that. Now I guess it activates 3 out of 4 of them. Okay, not bad. Sure, let's go a little bit over here, and something like that. Maybe I could clean that up just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that should spin. I'm gonna glue all this up, so we'll glue up to this, and down to there, and that should spin around once I activate this thing again. There we go, something like that. Now, any moment this thing should hit the contact, and that should send out the signal. And yeah, hit the droppers. There we go, just like that. Okay, perfect. So that is working perfectly. Now we just need to get the bone meal in place. So that's going to be a little different. First of all, we got to get it all the way up this tower. That's going to be a thing. So at the bottom of the red tower, this is where the items get dropped off. It goes down that portable interface, drops into the chest, goes into the conveyor belt, and off on its way. So I'm thinking we take out this portable interface and maybe we drop it off a little higher. So coming over here, we can see inside of our gate, it's a little bit hollow in here. I'm thinking maybe we could transport items here. So I want to do the same for over here, because what we need to do is we need to turn all of these items into bone meal first. And once we're full on bone meal, then they can pass through. So this thing is actually producing leaves, and I don't need a whole lot of leaves. I see that they're burning a lot. So that's a lot of bone meal potential. So I'm thinking let's hijack this line here, send it, I don't know, up and over our portcullis, and over here, and then maybe we do some processing magic over here and turn it into bone meal and send it right into here to all 4 of these droppers here. Something like that. Let's see what we could come up with. Ready. I think we have something here. Okay, so it took me a while working on this and doing some redesigns over and over again, and yeah, I got this real sloppy sort of a thing built here. But anyway, let's take a look. So I've got bone meal coming in, and it's just going around on a big loop, and then it's getting fed into those hoppers, and then the dispensers, I put a dropper before, but I changed it out to a dispenser. Those things bone meal, and yeah, we get our mushrooms. And then the saw right there just comes by and cuts it down, and yeah, all good. Okay, so that is all well and good and working. Now, as for the bone meal, I've got that coming from basically whatever this machine makes. So I've got this machine set to only drop out stacks of 64. So down here, we still have the portable item interface that just plops it down here. This dropper here is set for 64. So only full stacks of 64 will go. I've just got it redirected to this belt. Goes on this way, and then it comes back down here where it can get sucked up right about here, all the way up to there, put up here, and then turned into bone meal and then sent on its way. So I feel like this is a pretty good system and it's working pretty well. I use this chest here to inject some bone meal of my own into the system right there. And then I've been using this chest to kind of get the extra crops that the colony has made and inject that into the system as well. So yeah, I kind of helped it out a bit just to get it full on bone meal, but it's working out. It's working pretty good. Now, with the mushroom farm all done, we could head back into the factory and make sure that the mushrooms get injected into the system, and then we could start making some fermented spider eye. Can't figure out why nothing's coming through the system here. Oh shoot, that's a mushroom that just went by. Oh no, when I built this thing, I put the hopper the wrong way. Man, what was that? That looked like an enchanted item. Yeah, so when I built this thing, I forgot to spin this thing around. And I idled all night to fill this thing up. Oh man, mistakes. Oh, big mistakes were made. Well, we don't have a big stock of mushrooms coming through, but a little bit is coming through slowly. So, here we go. We've got some mushrooms here. And it looks like, oh yeah, it looks like it's already making some fermented spider eyes. And I just need to remove that. And I'm guessing there's another hopper going the wrong way. Flip that around. And it's mixing. And it's making it. Perfect. Yeah. Just, this is just going to be a little slower than I wanted. But, you know what? It's working. I've got my threshold set here for pretty low just because I don't need a whole lot of fermented spider eyes. But yeah, we do need some. So yeah, threshold set for super low and we should be good there. And with these two modules done, it is time to finally start working on this big section here. Now, I don't know how far down I'm going to go. I might be able to compress this a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna start building and see what happens. I haven't done this in creative yet, so I'm just gonna kind of play around. So you might see me building stuff and deleting stuff because I'm not quite sure how to do this, but we're just gonna take it how it comes. So let's get to it. Well, it took better part of a day, but I think we got something here. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is a mess, and I love it. Yeah, so potions are getting made, but we ran into a bit of a snag. Let me explain how this thing works first. Sure, coming over here, first module here is going to be the awkward potion. Pretty much everything's made off of awkward potion. There's a few things at the end that are not. So nether wart comes in through the conveyor belt, gets pooped out over here, gets mixed up with some water, infinite water source right there, mixed up, and then I've got a filter right there, a fluid filter, and then it gets sent out over there to its storage tank there. That's pretty much what's going on with every single one of these. From the awkward potion, I've got this line right here. You can see it kind of snaking around right there, and it's feeding each one of these basins, so that way I have the base of awkward potion instead of water like the first one. And then each potion here, like this one's blaze powder to make the strength potion, pretty much the same thing over there. And then this one, oh, I didn't do this one yet. Oh, that one's fire resistance. I need to make a bunch of those magma creams to do this. Yeah. So I've got an idea for a module over there to make magma creams. Actually, I'm gonna have to make a couple modules. So anyway, I've got night vision, health, swift, and breath. Oh, why is there cobblestone going down the line? I need to figure that out. Swift and breath, poison regen. Regen is something that I cannot automate, so that's why we have 0. I'll have to just manually put those into the system whenever I want regen potions. Then over here, we've got the fermented spider eye coming in here. And that's going down this line, so that way we can make weakness and harming, and then invisibility. So yeah, these get a little more complicated. I had to pump in for like weakness. I had to pump that pipe for water, and then the fermented spider eye, that gave us the weakness. And then over here, we pumped in harming. Oh, so we pumped in strength. So this pipe went all the way back here to strength. And then you can see that top pipe is night vision. So basically, when you combine those two, when you combine strength with fermented spider eye, that kind of reverses it and gives you weakness. And then when you combine night vision with fermented spider eye, that kind of reverses it and you get invisibility, I believe. Yes, invisibility. I had to refer to the JEI menu several times when making all these potions. See, it just gets confusing on what does what. Now, after all of that is done, I've got this over here. So we are making gunpowder, redstone, and glowstone. So we've got cinder flower coming in, and with that cinder flower, all we have to do is squirt a little bit of potion of harming on it, and we've got gunpowder. And then same thing over here, powder comes in here and gets squirted with strength, that gives you redstone. And over here, powder comes in and it gets squirted with night vision to give you glowstone. So those pipes are just kind of getting pumped all the way from wherever they're at over here. So that'll be the lower, that'll be this lower line right here. Yeah, you can see how this thing turned into a mess really quick. Now, all that is all said and good, but how do I get the potions for myself? That's what these top two lines come in play, and then this clutch assembly up here. So you can see I've got a completed kind of clutch there, so anytime I give it a redstone link, this gear will fire up and that start that pump. Pump will send whatever liquid it is down the line, gets pumped all the way over here and set into place to either be extended or enhanced. So I have the extension stuff, which is you combine whatever potion you have with redstone to extend the time on it. And then over here we have glowstone. Yep, glowstone right there, and that is to enhance it. So if you could take a speed 1 and make it into speed 2. Now I kind of preset what I wanted to go where. Things like strength, I didn't necessarily want strength 2, so I just went with extended strength. And a lot of these I just kind of made my decision whether I wanted to extend the time on it or enhance it. Things like potions of health, I went ahead and went over here and enhanced it instead of increased its time, because it wouldn't make sense to increase its time. So, you know, and other things like night vision, you can't enhance it, so you have to only increase its time. So after it either gets its time extended or enhanced, it comes down this pipe here and gets put into here. So everything is going to be turned into a splash potion. So that's why I have the gunpowder right here, combine it with the potion, and then sends off on its way to go get squirted into these tubes and then turned into whatever potion. I just have this chest here for testing purposes, and yeah, that chest is coming in handy. Now, all that is all good and fine in theory. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't work. Well, I mean, the potion making works, but this section of it, this is what I'm calling the bottler, this doesn't work. So my little clutch setup, that works fine. I can pull potions out one at a time, all the way over here. Now, where I run into a problem is over here, and that's enhancing it or extending its time. My problem is this doesn't work. Either it sends the potion out too early or too late, and then the same thing over here. It either sends it out too early or too late, and it's almost like the filters are not working. And then by the time it comes over here, I'll get half bottles of strength, half bottles of splash strength, and yeah, it's crazy. Not to mention, I end up getting a little bit of potion left over, so you can't combine two potions in there, which means all of this locks up because it always leaves a little bit behind. Now, I'm sure I could deal with this problem if it was just that. This over here, all this stuff, I can't deal with. And I've tried. And I've tried, and I looked up some stuff, and I found other people are having the same problem. And it has to do with the stupid filters. So apparently setting list filters... Oh, okay, there we go. Apparently setting list filters is not enough. So what I would do is I would say, okay, allow these potions to go through, and I set that right here. So only splash potions are allowed to go through. So that forces it to sit here and mix with the gunpowder and only let the splash potions go through. But that doesn't work. And it doesn't quite work right over there either. I've got a pretty similar situation over here. Okay, so I went with deny. I tried both allow and deny, and I also tried respecting the data and ignoring data. And yeah, it doesn't matter what you put in here. It doesn't follow the rules. So yeah, it really makes me upset about this whole situation. Yeah, because I thought this was a pretty clever kind of bottling situation here, where it gets enhanced and extended on time later on, right when you go to bottle it. But unfortunately, we're going to have to destroy this whole section right here. Now, I've come up with a different way to do this. I'm thinking what I need to do is run a conveyor line and a little squirter over there for each one of the potions that we are going to make into a bottle. And that's super annoying because I think we have, what, 11 potions that we need to do? Which means we need a conveyor belt for 11 different potions over here. And not only that, we also need to extend a redstone line for mixing for that enhancement, as well as a glowstone line for mixing for that enhancement, and then a whole nother line for gunpowder for each one of the conveyor lines. That's a lot of stuff. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna have to just get to it. I mean, all of this right here, plus all the troubleshooting right here, took me about a day of, yeah, non-stop kind of work. I was doing a time lapse on it, but as you can see, I kind of stopped it a little short, but yeah, just because this got a little tedious, and I had a lot of back and forth to my storage room. Okay, I don't think there's much else to it, but just to get to it. Okay, got this place a little more cleaned up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this infinite water source probably on the other side of this basin. There's a little bit of room right here, and that'll buy me a, what, 3 more spaces to play around with here. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. So each one of these is going to be a potion, so I'll put the squirter right there. I may have to extend that out, and let's put it right here. Okay, yeah, we'll put the squirters right there. As they make potions, they'll go onto that line over there and get sent back home. Okay, looking good. I'm gonna have to put these right about here maybe. So this will contain the splash potions somewhere around here. This may not be exact spot, but okay, so the idea here is I've got the splash potion storage. I've got a basin to cook and make the splash potion. And then I've got another basin here to enhance or increase time. Something like that. Room is going to get a little tight here. But yeah, that's the idea. And I got to figure out how to make a module form and each one of these to be slotted right next to each other and make it all work. So first module is coming out all right, I think. So I did some testing, and since we are only doing one basin for one potion, I can actually set a filter right here, so that way I don't have to use these stupid things, these smart fluid pipes. That'll save us a little room, so I could just have the pump directly right there, pump it from there to there really quick, and then I could set a filter on this basin here, and then from there it'll be on its way. So the way this is going to work out is I'm going to have to pipe all that stuff. I'm going to have 11 different pipes going along the ceiling right there, coming all the way to over here and down to their specific basin that they belong to. From there, it's going to get enhanced either with redstone or glowstone. Move on to here to get a splash. All these basins will be set for splash. I'll put, yeah, something like that. And then from there, they will get pumped up into this holding cell where it waits to get squirted. So the way I'm doing this right here is I am using a casing, and that helps us so that way we do not connect right there. So I'll have to do a casing, regular pipe, casing, regular pipe, so on and so forth. And then I can just do this to open up the glass tube so that way those don't connect. Got my pump there, got another casing so that way it doesn't connect with this one. We've got the storage back here, and then now back here we've got a pump going to the squirter. I've got all these andesite tunnels. Those are going to be letting the bottles out along here. Bottles will just sit here waiting to get squirted, and bottles are going to come straight from there. So that's all set up. And then I've got the clutch, and I'll put a little gear right there, and I'll put a wireless link on top of the clutch, so whenever I push the button, it will turn off the clutch, which engages it, turns on this pump, takes a little bit out of here, fills this thing up. This will just squirt out however much that button press allows it to fill up. Okay, I think that's good. Now over here, I had to go with a little magic to make sure things do not connect, so every other one is down here, and then the other one is going to be up here. So I'll put another clutch right here, and then another cog right up here, so that way, yeah, that doesn't connect with down there. Oh man, another one died from a golem. It's been crazy. I have had more squires dying from golems than anything else. The problem is the golems, they keep going into the archery range and getting shot, and then they get mad at the squires, and yeah, they kill them. So I need to fix that. I keep going over there and clearing it out, but yeah, it's not enough. Anyway, I think this is a good design. This might actually work. I mean, probably what's going to happen is I'm going to go through all this and get it all built, and then nothing's going to work. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Oh, another quick thing down here. All of these tubes, they're going to get filled up with their powders. Like this is going to get filled up with gunpowder. I'm going to have to sort this out with mechanical arms. I'm not really a fan of using mechanical arms. I like conveyor belts and chutes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I really don't like using mechanical arms, but hey, looks like we're going to have to through this section here. Oh well. And then same thing over here, I'll have mechanical arms, putting the glowstone and the redstone where they belong. And I already tested it. Mechanical arms can place into these basins here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this all built up, and we are going to check up in a little while. And after many more hours of trial testing, we finally got it done. Oh man, multiple hours to do this. Now I'm kind of liking the pipes. I think it looks really industrial looking. I don't know, I'm kind of the exposed redstone kind of guy. You know, I find beauty in the mechanical stuff. So this is actually pretty appealing, and I feel like I kept the pipes actually nice and clean looking, you know? Okay, so we already went over how this stuff works, and what we're basically doing over here is just we are grabbing from each tube over here. You can see like this green one here runs here and it stays separated all the way through. This was a pain to keep separated, but yeah, we got it. Now once all this stuff gets pumped over here, I have it coming down these tubes here, all the way down here, and yes, that was a pain to keep separated. It's getting hard to maneuver around here. Now we'll just look at this sliver here. So this fire resistance potion comes down here, comes into the basin, gets mixed up with its enhancer. So this one is going to be redstone. So it turns out I did have to put one of these fluid filters after all. Yeah, for some reason in my creative testing, this was enough to put the recipe filter there, but yeah, I guess, I don't know, in this world it's not. So we ended up putting the fluid filter there and there, And let's see, potion of fire resistance gets extended from 3 minutes to 8 minutes, I believe. I've got the 8-minute potion right there as the filter, so only 8-minute potion can go through here. Then this is going to get mixed up with the gunpowder, so I've got the splash potion filter there, gets sent up here, and put into a storage container there, waiting to be squirted into some bottles. Then from there, I have a clutch with a wireless link ready to go for whenever I want to recall it. So once I push my button over there on my recall board, it turns this thing on for a few seconds. I think it's 4 seconds, and that's enough to fill up this squirter and get me 5 bottles down the line. Oh, and the bottles. Okay, so the bottles are going through this tunnel here, and the tunnel is basically separating my stacks that are coming from the bottle maker right over there, coming down here and evenly splitting everything up. So yeah, that's a pretty cool system. I'm liking how this all turned out. It looks super clean and organized. Oh, I've got the mechanical arms here, putting stuff where it belongs. I've got this one and this one just doing the gunpowder, and then I've got one of them over there doing the redstone, and then one of them there doing the glowstone. I ended up just doing, let's see, harming is going to take glowstone and healing is going to take glowstone. Those are the only two, so the rest are just going to take redstone. And then that stuff comes up from these storage containers here, which in turn comes from all the way down there where it's being made. And yeah, I think we already went over that. Okay, so coming back to our storage room, I've got a storage container here for potions. So there's nothing in there, and over here I've got my recall board. It's a little ugly with the signs. I wanted to do something a little more decorative, but yeah, signs will do for now. So let's recall it all. Yeah, why not? Let's do it all. So that chest can actually fit 5 of every one of these potions except for 1. So there should be 1 that doesn't go into the chest. So if we do invisibility, we could do harming, weakness, regeneration, healing, swift, breath, poison, vision, strength, and fire. Now if we go into Freecam here, see, the potion's already coming down the line. There's going to be no way I can make it back over here. Yeah, it's already squirted everything out. And there we go. They're coming in. Invisibility, I should get a total of 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, got 5 invisibility. They're a little out of order just because I clicked so many buttons at once. It must have got pretty jammed up over there. But yeah, I should get 5 of every potion. And then 1 potion's going to get left out. So let me just take 1 out. Yeah, so I am ready for battle. Anytime I want, I can just grab a bunch of potions, splash myself with it, and we're ready to go. Look at all that stuff. Oh, I've never actually seen my base with night vision on. Interesting. I could probably see all the way down. Whoa. That's pretty cool. We can actually see our texturing on the hole now. Well, anyway, this has been, I'd like to say, a fun project, but it was more stressful than anything else trying to figure this all out. But you know what? I'm super proud of it, and it works. Yeah, I'm definitely super happy that we got this thing all working and working well. Now, anytime I need those potions, I can recall it. We do have a use for some of these potions. I'm going to set up a little potion station for when we get into battle. And yeah, we could just step in and get all of the effects. But that's probably going to be for another episode. Making all of this took me like 2 days of just nonstop work and testing and tearing things down and fixing. Yeah. But anyway, I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. And if you have, please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.